Greetings, sunshines and sunnies. It is I, Queen Scarlet, Pimp Sunkiss, coming at y'all right quick, right fast, maybe, with a 12/12 2022 portal guidance read. So this is going to be in pick a card style, and I'm doing it a little differently this time. I'm integrating some methods. And this is going to be a two-parter, so stay tuned. But without further ado, let's get into. Now, for the general channeled angel number messages, which we have here, 12/12 angel number and 2022 angel number, which can also be read as 222. All these reoccurrences of twos, and we got a lot of victory, okay? So I'm gonna do this a little differently as well. We are going to put together all these twos and see what angel number we get from that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, baby, full circle, baby, the number of completion. It is also a number that integrates the duality of blessings coming together through business, your career, and your love life. And not just your love life, but your relationships as a whole. That means that your relationship with yourself is on the upgrade, okay? And we got 2 ones here, which come together and make 2 all over again, which means when we put that 2 with the other 2s, we get 12 all over again. So energetically, there are actually 3 12s present within this date and within this portal, within this chapter and level of our lives, y'all. This is big shit popping. And if you didn't know, the number 2 itself is all about duality, balance, love, and career business success coming together in balance. In balance, okay? Letting us know that we can have it all. We just need to be patient and keep our eyes on the prize. But we're going to get into the rest of what we need to do once we get into the cards. I don't want to give away too much just yet. Howsoever, 12/12 is a number, an angel number that comes through and lets us know that we have angels working hard and smart, diligently, working with diligence in the divine realm to make sure we make it to our divine purpose, because we have put in the work in the past. The collective that this reading and portal is resonating with, which has heavy millennial energy, specifically the 90s babies, millennials. And look at the artists we have here. And now who? The bulk of us have put in a lot of work in the past, meaning that we have worked when we were sick. We have worked when we were traumatized in more ways than one, in our relationships and in our careers and in our side hustles, our hobbies. We have been dedicated and committed starting in our childhood towards our goals, but not only our goals in the typical sense of it, but our goals, like I said, individually in our relationships, being a good person, treating people how we want to be treated, and maintaining that grace and forgiveness and love in our heart, and the wishing of people well in our heart, no matter what happens and no matter what those people have done to us. And also lately, we have been coming into the understanding thoroughly that just because we have forgiveness in our heart does not make us weak. Just because we are able to still love the people that have done us wrong and wish them well, it does not make us weak. It in fact makes us wise and makes us divinely strengthful. And this 12/12 portal is going to show us exactly what that means and exactly what that looks like, because we are and will be even more so what that looks like. Again, do you see the artist that we have here for this pick a pal? Okay, and before we get into picking the pal and the cards within the pal, we got 2 more angel numbers present within this whole situation. Really 3, really 4, honestly, okay? Because 12/12, that's 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2, 3 and 3, okay? So, angel number 3, purpose, manifestation, creation, alchemy, creativity, success, discipline, abundance, rewards. Those threes come together and make six. So we are definitely reflecting on some childhood things in particular. We are reflecting on our love lives. If we have some present love going on, we got to reflect on the past things of that. And we got to reflect on our exes, but in a good way, because we are releasing all of the foolishness and making room for the greatness to come through. More and more and more of the greatness to come through. We just got to rewire our perspective on some things. Not to mention 6 comes through again, and that angel number 222, okay? 2, 4, 6, it comes out again. So it's double emphasization on the subject, and you put those 2 6s together and get what? 12, meaning it's actually 4 12s in this arrangement. So that's 3 again. And if you multiply 12 times 4, you get 48. So we also got another manifestation number, another love number, another balance number, another 4 certain success number with the number 4, as well as the number 8, giving us extra energy of infinitiveness, generational wealth, generational health. The endless overflow of abundance and healing, as well as letting us know that we are successfully breaking generational curses and we are reaping the benefit. And guess what, child? It's actually 5 12s in this arrangement, because when you put that 4 and that 8 together in an additional way, you get 12 all over again. So you get 3 all over again. And 12 times 5 is 60. So you get 6 all over again. And this time the 6 is with the number 0, which is letting us know tenfold, no pun intended, that our divine realm is on our side. So I'm effortlessly getting that there is a whole lot of mindset and heart set focused messages gonna come through for this portal read, because it seems like everything is already in gear for us. It's a matter of us getting our mindset and our heart set to the frequency of believing such and continuing to commit to achieving such. Now, child, without further ado, let's get into this pick-a-pal. So as you can see, I have on the left SWV, and the song is Downtown, and to the right we have Beyonce, Church Girl. So as I said before, I'm integrating some methods here. So I've been moved to get some song messages from this portal, okay? There's a heavy artistry and creative energy coming through for this portal and for this read. So I definitely wanted to make sure that we were committing fully with the chat. So again, group 1, if you feeling SWV Downtown, if that's your favorite group, if you've been hearing songs about them lately, if you've been just seeing things about them lately and you want to know what it's about, you want to know why, you know what I'm saying, this quote unquote coincidence keeps happening, what does it mean, what is it for? You're gonna want to go with group 1 and choose SWV Downtown. And to the right, we have Beyonce, Church Girl. If that's your jam, if Beyonce is your queen, by all means, go with the one to the right. If you've been seeing her lately, you've been wanting to know what that coincidence is about, then that is the group for you. If you don't know who either of these people are, look them up real quick, listen to their music, or just go off of impulse. Either way, we're gonna see what they have to say. Now, again, without further ado, let's get into group 1. All right, group 1, we have the 9 of Swords in reverse, we have the Death card, and we have the Chariot in reverse, along with the song with some channeled messages, Downtown by SWV. So off rip, Like I said before, we're dealing with some mindset and heart set issues, and we're dealing with some memories. We are also dealing with, okay, so for some, you're in a friend group that does a lot of gossiping. And for some, you have been in a lot of friend groups where there has been a lot of gossiping and backbiting and just a whole lot of catty, jealous, envious behavior going on. And this time, your divine realm and these messages are coming through right now so that you can get yourself out of that defensive mode of always being on ready to fight or on ready to argue or on ready to defend yourself, defend your name, defend somebody else. It's a need for you to reclaim your energy from every crick and cranny that you have been purposelessly giving your energy to. And for a lot of you, this is concerning memories, and that is why this Nine of Swords in reverse is here, because it's representing light at the end of the tunnel. It's representing all of the possibilities. It's representing being at the end of a tough cycle, but it's also representing that you are feeling a bit burnt out. You are feeling tired of being so good at persevering, if you will. And the reason being is because you have been through a lot, but that's why a lot of reflection is happening, but it's going to have to happen in a different way so that you're able to adjust your perspective of yourself in your life story. Because I'm picking up that many of you are seeing yourself as a failure, as a coward, as a weakling, as just a victim in your life story. And Spirit is trying to get you to see that you are much more than that, now, then, forever, in general. And they're trying to get you to acknowledge the ways that you play a part in your own success. It hasn't been just God and your divine realm getting you out. It's been you and your instincts and your trust and your will and your love for yourself that has gotten you through. And there's a need for you to acknowledge that. And that's one of the ways that you're reclaiming your energy, by reclaiming the credit, not from your divine realm, but reclaiming the credit and the authority from the people that have wronged you. It's a flip of the narrative that's happened. You don't want to look at it as you're this great person because you've been through hell. No, not necessarily. You're a great person because you went through hell and you chose to take the lessons and the blessings from it. You chose to fight for yourself. You chose to keep your eyes on the prize. You chose to remain a divine being and seek greater, raising your standards, raising your morals and values in order to access your divine purpose and access your higher self. You have rightfully wanted more out of life, and you've shown that in every situation that you have been in, including the traumatic situations that you've been in. And that's what your divine realm is trying to get you to get clarity on in this particular cycle of your life, because it's going to raise your vibration so freaking drastically. And that's going to come from you changing the way that you see yourself in your life story. And that's going to flip the way you see yourself in the present and as a whole. So when memories and things are coming up, you do need to confront them in the form of listening to music and reflecting, through writing, through doing voice memos, through engaging in whatever hobby, craft, creativity, or linking up with people that you can trust and exchanging your ideas and your feelings on it. And it's a need for you to let yourself go in those moments and let yourself be completely transparent and authentic about your feelings and about your experience when you are reflecting on those things, because you are going to notice your higher self come in and show you that you are not the person that you used to be. And not only that, but you are not the person that people have tried to make you out to be on a negative standpoint. And those of you that choose to discuss these things with people that you trust, it's a very high chance that the reaction and the response that you get from the people that you talk to is going to be exactly what you need and exactly what you want to flip your perspective of yourself and allow you to receive that validation of your higher qualities. And through that, you enter the aspects and the stage of the death card that is present here, being able to release all of the negatives from those situations, and not only release the negatives but also transmute the ones that you just need to learn the time and the place for, and how to properly and divinely redirect that energy that you have for that. And what I mean by that is, if you've been bullied, you may come to realize that you want to start some type of organization to prevent bullying, or you want to become a counselor, and a part of your main focus will be to orchestrate a harmonious environment and instill lessons and values into your subjects, the kids, or the youth, or whoever it is that you're working with. You will want to focus on instilling the values of peace and harmony amongst your community. So just as an example, and as you do your reflections, my example may resonate with some of you, and for others of you, as you do your reflections, it will become apparent to you what exactly that means specifically for you. But more on this death card. We have the presence of pink and purple, which purple representing the spirituality of it all, the divine realm, and that pink right there is representing that forgiveness, that unconditional love. And this is not solely about unconditional love and forgiveness for other people. This is about unconditional love and forgiveness for yourself, for downplaying yourself, for not seeing yourself as high and as great, as excellent as you are and as you have needed to see yourself, not loving yourself enough, neglecting yourself in a multitude of ways. You will be forgiving yourself for all of those things and possibly more. And you'll be doing that through releasing your grasp on the attachments that you have to, for some of you, your victimhood. That's the terminology that you want to go with. And for others of you, literally releasing your attachment to people from your past, because for some of you, there has been this struggle and this internal conflict surrounding a love-hate feeling that you have towards somebody that you used to be with, and you had really great loving times with this person, really great fruitful times with this person, but then shit just went terribly wrong, and or at times this person just really showed a very, very, very dark and ugly side of themselves, and you just had to let them go at some point. And for those of you that resonates with, like I said, I'm picking up that there's this internal conflict of love and hate, and your divine realm is helping you dissolve that. It's just also going to take for you to, like I said, confront those emotions and confront those thoughts and those memories, and allow your higher self to come in and prove you wrong about your fears and your negative thoughts and your slights and downplaying of yourself. And it's really something that you're going to have to experience to understand the depths of the sense of liberation that you are about to be embraced with, and that you are about to embrace. And a physical way that you can kickstart this energy is to start cleaning up your space, clean out your car, clean out your house, clean out your room, get rid of old stuff that you don't wear or don't want anymore, or stuff that's just like hella old, that has stood the test of time through the many eras and errors of your life, okay? Because some of those garments may be holding some toxic depressive energy, and you need to, like I said in the beginning, clear out that old energy so that you can make room for the new. And that's really going to kickstart the propelling of energy and the propelling of progress for you. That's one thing, cleaning everything up and tightening up on your self-care regimen, your hair, your skin, your nails, your body, yada 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 yada, dancing, working out. Tighten up on your routine of that, and watch how things begin to take off, and watch how much better and how much lighter you end up feeling. Because right now many of you may really not feel like it in more ways than one. And that's why we have this Chariot card here in reverse, because you're not feeling like it. And that's coming from a place of imposter syndrome. You're not feeling like the divine being that you actually are. You're not feeling like the superstar you actually are. You're not feeling like the boss you actually are. You're not feeling like the king or the queen that you actually are. And that's because of all of that traumatic residue, and like I said, those old things from the different traumatic eras of your life still lingering around, protruding and projecting that energy on you. And some of you need to clean your stones if you have them. Some of you need to get into or get back into your candle work and your ritualistic work. Some of you need to get back into drawing. You just need to tenderly keep striding and pushing and pumping on this last lap of this cycle. Emphasis on tenderly, because you're definitely needing to use those feminine elements in order to help your divine realm do what they are doing for you and what they need to do for you. And also that energy and that tending to yourself on that level is going to help you shift your mindset and your mind, body, and soul, your aura, to that next level frequency that you need to get on and that you are headed towards. So you need to do some fun things. You need to do some creative things. You need to do some flirty and sensual and sexual things. Protect yourself at all times. There's a lot of things to get your blood flowing, your passion flowing, your inspiration flowing, the feeling of yourself going. Because that Chariot card is also a endings for new beginning cards, a letting go card, a releasing card. You have gotten endings, completion 3 times here. 3 times. You are literally at the door of your blessings. You just gotta straggle yourself up, put the key in, turn it, and open the door. But of course, you haven't gotten there yet because your mindset is still on a frequency of defeat. And another thing that's going to help that, which is where we get into the messages of your song and artist here, which will be elaborated upon in the part 2. But anywho, you need to change the type of music that you listen to. Don't do so much listening to trap or blues or love songs that are about heartbreak and betrayal and all of that. You need to start listening to more songs that are about sex, that are about loving your mate, commitment, being happily in love, having fun with friends, partying, having a great time, enjoying life, enjoying company. You need to listen to more happy frequency music and engage in more happy frequency content, and specifically to gearing towards the things that you watch, the things that you listen to, that may be movies, television, things of that nature. You need to watch more comedies, watch more rom-coms, watch more romance movies, watch more superhero and girls trip type movies, because those types of things, that's going to, oh child, it's like really going to loosen you up effortlessly. It's going to cause you some good burst of dopamine that you really need. It's also going to be an act of you exposing yourself to different experiences as well, which is going to open up your mind, body, and soul to different possibilities, getting you to a space where you can truly believe in your blessings and believe in your success and believe in your higher self. And more messages that I'm getting from your song, SWV Downtown, is go out. Have some fun, even if you take yourself out on a date, okay? Also, if you've been thinking about getting into pole dancing, if you've been thinking about getting into aerial yoga, if you've been thinking about taking dance classes or seduction classes or heel classes, if you've been thinking about trying out like what are those, like sex oils and things of that nature, if you've been thinking about doing those types of things, if you are a tarot reader and you've been thinking about getting into love rituals and getting into more love readings and things of that nature, this is confirmation. This is confirmation. Not to mention, with all of that being said, those of you that are poets, those of you that are musicians, singers, I'm picking up that your specialty is smut, sex music, romance music, love poems, smut poems, that type of content. If you do podcasts, if you do content creating on YouTube, I'm picking up that your specialty, the audience, well, a audience that you will be heavily attractive to, is those that are interested in unknown facts about sex and about aromatherapy and sensuality and relationships, flirting. What is that? Oh, there's a name for that. Okay, I can't think of the name of it, but I know there's a lady on YouTube, and she's very well known. Her name is Shan Booty, and that's her name on YouTube. So if what I just said resonated with you concerning all of that, podcast, poetry, music, that type shit, Shan Booty, check out her page. Okay? Thank me later. Go to her page, because it's going to make a whole lot make sense. And of course, it's individual enlightenment and downloads that are sure to come through to you once you embark on those types of things. And also, once you engage in her content, start looking up different people that are in that field, start looking up different people that are from your same racial, ethnic, cultural background, so that you can find different things that resonate with you and a variety of things that can help you on your journey. Now, darling, I have milked this cow dry, and I dearly hope that this message synchronized for all of you. And I dearly bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation on your path as well. And definitely be sure to come back through for the part 2, because I am going to do a deep dive on the messages from the song Downtown by SWV. So definitely, you picked this group, you resonated with what I said, you definitely gonna want to be back through for that deep dive on the song. And I thank y'all. Again, light, love, healing, and liberation. And we're going to move on to group 2. Thank you. I group 2. So we have 3 of Swords, Princess of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. And for y'all song, we got Church Girl by Beyonce. Okay, so here we are reevaluating our values, and we're reevaluating who we are getting our value and gratification from, as well as the activities. What are the activities that we are engaging in, and how is it satisfying and gratifying us? And if it ain't satisfying and gratifying us in the right ways, then honey, we got to reevaluate why we are engaging in it at all, honey, because it might need to be gone. We might need to cut it. Now, all right, child, this Three of Swords. Okay. For some of y'all, I got to be honest. For some of y'all, you either just found out or you about to find out that your lover is a whore. A whore. They have been sneaking and freaking and carrying on. And you might have to send them carrying on up out your life. Now, there's another group that I'm picking up on that has experienced infidelity in their relationship, but y'all have been working through it for a while. And it's not in vain. It's not in vain. For this particular group, whether you're the person that cheated or you're the person that got cheated on, if you're the person that got cheated on, I'm picking up on the fact that your soul is ready to forgive. Your soul is ready to let it go. There are just a lot of understandable fears surrounding the subject. And if you're the person that cheated, I am picking up that you have been patiently waiting for the punishment and trust building stage to be over. You've been ready to officially be forgiving, and you've been very selfless about it. You've just been starting to get concerned about whether or not it's ever actually going to happen, and what that honestly means for the relationship, and what that means about what your mate thinks of you. And also, maybe for some of you or all of you that cheated, dealing with those thoughts, it's also making you wonder what their intent is behind being with you if they aren't ever going to let that heartbreak go. Now, there's another group that I'm picking up on within this group that is not allowing themselves to really get the fruits and the full enjoyable sensation of the relationship that they're currently in, because they are stuck in all of the fears and insecurities and heartbreak that previous relationships have brought them. It's giving a vibe of what Solange said on her song. The closer I get to you, the more fearful I become. That'll break me up. That'll break me up too, honey. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm sensing a lot of tough love messages coming through, but there are definitely some droplets of tenderness in there. And what I'm getting specifically is for the collective of everything that I just ran down for the different groups within the group, child. Everything is going to work out fine. It's going to work out how you want it to. Maybe not how you expect, but it's going to work out how you want it to. Spirit is saying, however, to pick a struggle. You do not have to do anything that you don't want to do. So you need to decide what it is you truly want to commit to through confronting your fears surrounding your discomfort. Because if it is discomforting you, why are you still there? So it's a need to come to the conclusion. If it's discomforting you and you're still there, is the reason why you're still there, is it still worth it to you? Many of you have probably been avoiding this particular activity, and that's probably why for some of you or a lot of you the emotions have been quite bubbly and boily and sporadic, if you will. So it's a need to confront your fears and decide if it's worth you continuing to engage in what is bringing up that discomfort. And to be honest, I'm not saying that this is leading towards you ditching the person that you're with. Some of you may come to that conclusion, but for the bulk of you, I'm honestly seeing you and your mates, and even outside of romance, your relationship issues coming to a balanced, fair, equal conclusion where you will be able to continue your relationship in harmony and in love and all that shit. It's just a matter of you really deciding what you want for yourself and committing to it. And if you really want it as bad as you say you do or as bad as you think you do, then you will stick out and work through that discomfort to get to the other side, to the prizes of what you are investing all of your energy, your time, your love, and your devotion for. And those of you in particular that are still kind of harboring and pining over connections of the past, you gotta pick a struggle. You gotta pick a struggle. If you really want better for yourself, you're going to have to sacrifice the old shit. And it's not easy. It's hard. It's discomforting. But if you want something you never had, you gotta do something that you never did. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing. Exactly. So, and right, just like that, there you a bonus channel message song for you to vibe to and get your inspiration flowing and get your ambition and motivation flowing. Cause I'm just gonna keep it funky with you like this here. All them folks from the past, they were lessons, honey. They brought you some blessings, but for the most part, they were lessons. It ain't nothing back there for you. It ain't nothing back there for you. And you are delaying your own blessings by having urges, and not just having the urges, but a lot of you, I'm picking up, are getting swept away in the dwelling of the memory and the fantasizing of those emotions and memories associated with past relationships. And that is what is delaying your blessings and your manifestations coming through, because your energy is being given and directed and processed and cycled through the wrong things. What you put so much thought and energy behind continues to multiply. And in the way that it is multiplying for a lot of you is through you getting stuck, dwelling in the past, daydreaming about the past, rehashing things internally about the past heartbreaks. And for those of you that just found out about the betrayals and disloyalty and things of that nature, this particular part of the message is in no way to dismiss the freshness of what you're experiencing. That particular marriage, that particular message is designated specifically for those people who have been working through the heartbreak and unpacking of it and the trust rebuilding for some time now. But if it's just been a couple days or a day, a couple hours, or even, just a couple of months that you've been working through this, that's not for y'all. But I'm about to give you what is for y'all. Okay? Allow yourself to cry. Allow yourself to release the feelings and the emotions and the thoughts that have come with this experience of betrayal and heartbreak. You need to journal. You need to go to a rec room situation. You need to play your Mary J. Blige, your Sam Smith, your Beyonce, whoever, and sing and dance and scream and shout and let it all out. And when it's time for you to get back to business and get back to your everyday socializations of it all, do that shit full throttle. Focus on yourself. Focus on building your bag. Focus on getting your own place. Focus on getting your own car. Focus on building your credit. Focus on healing you. Focus on educating yourself on absolutely everything that it is to make yourself greater. Because this experience was meant to teach you your value, was meant to show you that it's not you. And it's not your fault that certain individuals are fucked up and lack self-control. Take this as a wake-up call of how you possibly have been neglecting yourself. Take this as a wake-up call of you needing to love on yourself more and love on yourself, period. As hard as it may be, do your best not to go back and forth with that person, not to get hung up on wanting answers from them and this, that, and the third. Because the answers that you need and the clarity that you need is going to come through you doing you. You're going to get those answers and that clarity literally through yourself. It's going to be one of those journeys where you realize that can't nobody love you the way that you can love you. And for some of you on that standpoint, that person that's done you wrong is going to come back around. For some of you, they're going to be genuinely changed, and it's going to be meant for you to take them back, and you will. You might be tripped up by it at first, but you gonna know in your heart if it's meant for you to take them back for real. And for others of you, it's gonna be one of the ultimate gratifying moments to be like, don't need ya. And all of that gets us perfectly into the Princess of Pentacles. And this is about offerings. So, child, it's a lot of spontaneous song messages coming through. But I've been saying upgrade you this whole video. And it's coming through again, child. Upgrade You by Beyonce. It's a whole upgrade coming through. An upgrade on your look, an upgrade on your car, upgrade on your living situation, upgrade on your relationships, upgrade on your relationship with yourself, upgrade on your career. Just a whole upgrade. You're getting offerings. Some of y'all, you're accepting the offering of starting a new slate and getting into new levels. Some of you are going to agree to an engagement. I'm talking marriage, okay? Some of you are going to agree to start taking steps on that. Some of you are going to agree to start taking steps on having kids. Some of you are going to agree to move in with someone. Some of you are going to agree to move out from someone. But it's all for the elevation of not only you, but your relationships. So don't get too alarmed when I say move out from someone. Now, child, if you're moving out from a toxic situation, baby, that's a blessing. But for the most part, the what I'm seeing and picking up on the move out from someone's standpoint is moving out of your parents' house, moving off of the couch at your ex's house that you've been staying with because it's been convenient or whatever, what have you, moving out from your baby mama or your baby daddy because it's been financially convenient. You're going to get to a financial stability and a spiritual and emotional state of stability where you will not need to be in that type of arrangement anymore, and you will be able to move out of that space and be able to take care of yourself with all of the things that you need and also want. Some of you are going to end up in your dream home sooner than you have ever fucking imagined, to be honest. And I am picking up on some people that are in relationships and you're living with the person that you're in a relationship with, and both of you are kind of coming to the conclusion that y'all may have moved in too soon, or maybe that y'all just need space or you need some time to re-individualize yourselves, and you're going to make that move to live separately. And it's a message coming through to reaffirm and drop like a sense of relief on your head and on your shoulders, or take the weight off of your head and your shoulders. This is not y'all breaking up. Y'all are just giving each other room to grow. You're being very mature in your relationship, and it's going to work out for the greater good. When y'all come back together, y'all are going to be even stronger, and some of you may even realize that y'all like living in separate homes and you like carrying on your relationship that way, that you would rather be a neighbor to your significant other as opposed to a live-in marriage where y'all live together type shit. You may realize that it's best for y'all to be each other's neighbors instead of each other's roommates and shit. And bedmates and all of that, and accept that it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing to be ashamed of. That's just what works for y'all. But y'all need this particular period to really get to clarity and acceptance of what works for y'all individually so that you can integrate it harmoniously. Some of you will be accepting a new job, a new internship, a new apprenticeship or something, and it may be out of town away from your mate, but I'm picking up that it's only going to be like a couple of months or so. For some of you, maybe a year. You may have some concerns about that. It's going to work out for the best. It's definitely like a lot of affirming and confirmations coming through to like really relieve a lot of people surrounding the anxiety that they've been having around their relationships and surrounding, I guess what I'm picking up on for the lot of you is that there are some abandonment and neglect issues going on, perhaps coming from the childhood and the teenage years and perhaps the early 20 years as well. And if you're in your early 20s, then I'm sure that will also resonate with you as well. And light, love, healing, protection, and providing for it to you all. Also, I'm kind of in there with y'all. I'm midway. But hey, I know what it is. We know what it is. It's all gonna be okay. And that's literally the general consensus of the collective message that's coming through for everybody. It's going to be okay. Stop freaking out. Stop obsessing. Do some yoga. Sip some tea. Smoke a joint. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Okay, there's a whole nother song message just came through. See what happened there? It's all going to be okay. And that's a good bulk of the reason why Spirit is stressing that to you all as well, so that you can focus on tending to yourself and deciding what you truly want and need for yourself. Because it's going to put you on the frequency of what you want. It's just even more of what you want and need. Things that you didn't even know and that you don't know right now that you want and need that are coming through as well. And that's why Spirit is putting you in this period of contemplation and listing of pros and cons and all of that, and a lot of bubbling up of your fears and things of that nature, so that you can evaluate what serves you, what you want to serve you, and what you want to serve, what and who you truly want to exchange your energy with for a long-term basis. What are you committing to? And that's going to bring you a whole new sense of empowerment. And that new sense of empowerment is definitely being represented by the Queen of Cups that we have here. And child, I really don't have to stay on the Queen of Cups very long, because I've already expressed, the overflow of blessing and upgrades and evolution and all of that you got coming through and that you're trying to get on the frequency of. But this is also gearing towards you gaining the sense of authority over it, the sense of ownership, the sense of identity within it, getting out of imposter syndrome and working through those childhood and heartbreak issues. And like I said, confronting those fears and doing the evaluations, going out, having fun, putting yourself out there, allowing yourself to be loved and admired as well. That's going to help you work through those abandonment and neglect and betrayal issues, because you're going to start to see and accept that you are in a different place and space now in more ways than one. And one of those spaces is that you are in a position now where you have people around you that have your best interests at heart and that see the excellent qualities in you. And that's why I'm picking up for my creatives and always, and people who, use their voices to make moves, make money, entertain, educate. My people who use their voices in any way, shape, or form as their purpose, as their career, as their hobby, as their craft in any way, shape, or form. There are a lot of opportunities that are starting to come up and that are about to come up. And the divine realm is also putting this in place for you to realize that you got it, that you are a hot commodity, that you are sought after, that people have been watching you work. And that's why you're being put through these tests and these cycles, for you to gain more clarity and insight and understanding about your value and what it is that you truly possess, so that you know which opportunities are the best for you and which opportunities you are the best for. And it's taken mostly for you to be honest and accepting about who you are, because that is what has gotten you this far, and that is what has attracted opportunities to you, and that is what is attracting new and greater opportunities to you. Because not only have you been who you are and do you need to be who you are, but you are a person, y'all are people who are constantly seeking to evolve. And people have been watching your evolution processes as well. And while I'm not picking up on a whole lot of energy vampires or scammers or con artists or anything like that, I'm really not picking up on that energy. I'm really picking up on the energy of people who genuinely have great opportunities, great things to offer, great things to bring to the table, and they see that you have the same things in different ways and they want to collab with you and make it all the much better. It's just a matter of you knowing your worth and, like I said, reclaiming your power and your authority over it all so that you make sure that you're not only demanding all that you want and all that you need and all that you're worth from situations, but also that you're putting what you're worth into the situations that you put yourself into, and not just be out here doing stuff just because it looks good or just because it sounds good or to satisfy somebody else because you feel ultimately obligated to. Be honest about what you want and what you need. But you first got to be honest with yourself. And like I said, getting to that point of really getting a clear understanding of your worth and getting to those points where you're going to be able to demand it and get that and even more. It's giving Queen of Cups, boo. It's just also messages of to whom much is given, much is required. So your divine realm is wanting to make sure that you're going to handle what you're given properly and divinely and in ways that multiply what you've been given and continuously overflow into other people's streams without draining you at all. In fact, will fill your valley even more. And that leads us perfectly into the song that y'all have present, which is Church Girl by Beyonce. So with the presence of Beyonce, it's re-emphasizing the sense of individuality, independence, self-love, self-worth, superstar energy. She's also an example of being able to separate yourself from a group without severing ties from your group members. She left Destiny's Child to elevate her career and elevate herself. But there was no love lost amongst her and Kelly and Michelle. She also went on to even make amends with LaToya and Latavia going forth. Definitely a symbol of creativity and success, and at this point, generational wealth, as well as beauty and being heavily admired and sought after. And the song Church Girl, which is sampled from a gospel song, and the song itself has spiritual elements as well as secular elements, as well as soul, rhythm and blues, some bounce in there as well, hip hop. It's a beautiful medley of a whole lot of different worlds. And I'm definitely getting that the divine realm sent this song for y'all to emphasize and reflect to you how you are a beautiful medley of a whole lot of different worlds coming together to make something even more beautiful and excellent. And the lyrics to the song, if you know, you know. Now look, I am going to do a deep dive, so make sure you come back through for the part 2 or 3. But make sure you come back through for when I do the deep dive on the song, because if you pick this group, you definitely going to want to come back through and get some more messages and elaboration and clarity for this message and why this song is being brought into your time, space, and place. Because nothing is a coincidence. And with that being said, some of you do need to listen to the song, especially if you haven't heard the song, because the lyrics in particular and the message of what they give specifically towards feeling liberated and accepting of yourself and feeling that duality, the best of both worlds of yourself. You can drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty, pop it like a thotty, and still go to church and be spiritual. You can cuss somebody out and set them straight and still be anointed in your journey, okay? Because you need a little of everything. Too much of anything is not good for you, but you still need a little taste of everything. And sometimes you need to drop it like it's hard. Some people need to drop it like it's hard more than others, okay? And sometimes you need to cuss somebody the fuck out. And some people are meant to cuss more than others. For real. So whoever you are and whoever you want to be, stand 10 toes down in that and commit to it. Find different examples, inspirations, and muses that can help you with your view and visualizations of where you're trying to go and where you're meant to go. Because you're going to get there. The divine realm is making sure. But darling, I have milked this cow dry. And y'all, I am thoroughly appreciative of the exchange of vibes. And I thoroughly and truly hope that it all synchronized. And if it is synchronized, please like, share, and subscribe so that you can be one of the first to be back through these queenly quarters for the next time. And be sure to bless my comment section with your questions and conversations. And as always, I bid you all light, love, healing, and liberation. Emphasis on liberation. Mwah.